Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is VGY. I hope you're doing fantastic today. It's great to see you all. So today, as you can see, we've got the lovely Krampus skin on. As per request, I was getting bullied the other day on stream because I didn't have it. So, I grustled my ass off into some invasions, got some character levels, and we got some nice dragon crystals. I'm about to call them dragon crystals. But yeah, I had 800, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah. Here's the Krampus skin in all its glory. One of the best skins in the game, I think you'll all agree. But enough about that. Today, we're going to be doing the Sub-Zero Cameo Synergy Guide, as you can see on the screen. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Sub-Zero did get a nice buff, which I'll talk about in the gameplay segment. But yeah, it allows Shao to do some things he didn't used to be able to do with Sub. So I'm going to show that in addition to the stuff he could already do and the utility it provides. So, without further ado, or do over further, sit back, relax, and I'll see you guys in the lab. Welcome, everyone. As you can see, we're in the lab. We're on the nice new stage. New, in quotes. This is just a gateway, but since I'm Krampus and I'm doing sub-cameo, very Christmassy themed. It's almost Christmas. It's 5 days till Christmas. My favorite holiday of the year. And yeah, here we are with the sub-cameo synergy guide. Now, to start things off, Sub gives you a nice juicy 50 health, which is never a bad thing. It's 5% extra that can save you between, you know, taking extra damage from a grab and dying. Because you can see there, look, Raid and Kano, 950. And we're 1150. So that is literally a Sonya grabs difference. Bit more. But yeah, it's really, really good for that reason. And obviously Shao's already beefy, so it makes him even beefier. So that's never a bad thing as well. Also, I'm going to change the training dummy to Raid and Kano in this, and these going forward, because this team is whack. So I hope you guys appreciate it. We're going to be beating up Raiden for the foreseeable. But anyway, Sub-Zero Cameo. Let's begin with backwards Cameo, which is Cold Shoulder. Now, pretty good move this. Goes really far, as you can see, and it has some pretty good advantage on block. As you can see there, even from very close, it's +1. So it's a neutral resetter, as I like to call it. So, for example, if you're, as the Shao player, you know, you're in the corner maybe, got back to the corner, or you want to just make some space so that you can try and, you know, get axe down, or try and establish some sort of keep away with zoning or stand 2 or back 1, you can do any block string into this, which pushes you far back, and as you can see, you're +1. Obviously, you can't enforce these frames, but you're +1 from this distance, meaning you're definitely going to be able to back up. Which in some instances is what you want, so that's good. It also jails off of some things. So, for example, if I record Shao Kahn doing this, that should jail. As you can see, that jails. So that's really nice. It also jails off of this. As you can see, I'm mashing. If you can see the inputs on the right, I'm mashing. And if it hits me, it also combos, which is really nice. Same thing with the this one as well. If it hits me, it'll combo. Which is really cool. Nice 13% splat, gapless, reset neutral. Can't ask for more, really. I don't know if it jails off of this. I'll have to double check. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't jail off that. But it jails off the important thing, which is forward 1-2 and forward 4, which is exactly what you want. So that is really nice. Yeah, there's shoulder. Very nice to do like proximity OSs with it. As you can see, my inputs there. If it does hit him, I get that. Nice to just, if you want a safe bit of damage, it's good. You know, you can, like I say, it resets neutral off of pretty much anything you want, and sometimes that is what you need as Shao. So yeah, I've grown to like this move even more, and the cooldown is actually not too bad. As you can see here, he starts coming back the second he does the move. So yeah, cooldown's pretty damn good. So that's back Cameo. Now we're going to move on to his throw. I'm going to talk about his throw earlier. 13%. 13% grab and +11 on hit. Meaning, in the corner, you actually get Oki off this grab, which a lot of throws in this game that are Cameo throws you do not get Oki from, but subs you get very good Oki. Very good. To the point where you can actually throw loop. As you can see, Raiden, he gets up perfectly into the grab because I'm plus 11. Really, really good throw. Does chunky damage. And yeah, it's really, really, really strong, his throw. 13%. People don't talk about it enough, how strong Sub's Cameo throw is. 13%, very good frames. And yeah, just an all-around good throw that you should abuse when you're this Cameo. It's just as good as Sonya, but Sonya's doesn't give Oki, which is something that people don't know. You get barely any frames. I think you're like +1, +2, but Sub gives you +11 and 13%. So you're you're sacrificing 1% for 8, 9 more frames of plus frames. So in my eyes, this is actually better than Cameo Sonya's grab. This is probably the best one in the game, I would say. But yeah, that's his throw. And now we've got neutral Cameo, which is going to be the ice armor. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. We've all seen this before. And we'll get Raiden to do some projectiles here. I'm going to eat them all. Obviously, that was more than, you know, the hits that I can do. I ate them all. It has 5 hits, as you can see there. That's why I've used Raiden. He gets 5 orbs when he does this. But it means you can do things like this, you know, eat the projectiles, boom, punish. Go really strong. And then get your damage. Yeah, there's not really much to explain with this one. This just helps Shao get in. It helps him walk down. You don't need to necessarily use this to punish things, but just having the armor on will cause a difference in your opponent's play. For example, if a Raiden Kano is like trying to spam this, right? Let's say we're full screen. Let's give you an example here. And he waits a bit, and then he does. Oh, I can't input teleport. I'm Tamatar. Say you're trying to do this. Get punished on that. And there's nothing you can do about it. So that's really good for that. It's really good for a lot of the cameos. It works the same way with Striker. If someone is abusing Striker, sub armor will make it so that you go through the grenades, which is exactly what you want. And yeah, it's really good for the meta cameos in this game, I would say. And also the meta characters, because obviously Johnny, who's Johnny going to be using? Lao. Striker, who's Raiden going to be using? Kano, who's Asher going to be using? Serena. Like a lot of the cameos in this game that are really good have projectile attacks that are just crazy. So Sub just negates all of those, which is, you know, a really big plus. And not only does he negate them, but there's no hit reaction. It's not like Tremor armor. You just completely go through them as if they're not there. Which leads to some punish situations that you wouldn't normally be able to get. With stuff like, you know, people trying to make stuff safe with Lao Hat and they do something unsafe, put sub armor on, boom, punish. It's really, really good. Really, really good. Another detail, which recently got buffed, I believe. I don't think you could do this before, but this move you can now spend the extra half to do a cold shoulder after this as an ambush, which is really good for Shao because it means he can do stuff like this. As you can see, that's +14. That's gap +2. Like from the axe being planted to the shoulder, gapless completely. So it means you can jail a standing 2. It means you get an uninterruptible overhead with buttons. They can armor, but it's uninterruptible in terms of anything else. They can't jump, they can't mash, they can't up block, they can't do anything. They have to take the overhead. And the mix-up here is obviously you're so plus here that stand 2 jails. Sweep will also jail, but then you can go for a throw, right? Or, even better, a command grab. And as you can see, look at that damage there. That does 17%, but the chip beforehand, that does about... What is that? What is that health around? What would we say that is? Hold on. About 22%, given that combo just did a similar amount. It's about 22% in chip. So for a last hit scenario, and it's really easy to time this too. You know, it's not hard. And just to confirm to you that this does actually indeed jail. I did it wrong. Excuse me. There you go, that's it. See? Plus 19. I'm mashing armor, as you can see. Yeah, like, it jails. It's very plus. Very plus. And yes, this does use the whole bar, but like I say, if you're in the corner, they have no bar, or just an example where it will win you the round, for sure, just go for it. It's the same can be said for, like, if you want to just do an unsafe... Why am I raiding? That's soppy tart. So if you want to do, like, an unsafe mix, for example, like this, and you're mixing it between this and this, you can do something like this. If I can do it correctly. Like that. Now, that probably isn't gapless. I haven't tested this, but, like, they're not going to be able to punish you, because sub is so far behind you that cold shoulder will just hit them. So we can test this real quick now. See? That's me pressing down 1. I can definitely armor this. Oh, well, I can't armor that. Oh, I can armor it. It's just a tough timing. But as you can see, he's forced to armor. He can't, because if I'm doing knee here, hella unsafe. Hella unsafe. Like, if he's blocking knee, I'm dead. You know, you guys know how much damage Raiden's doing. Now, that's just a typical B&B. I'm taking that much, right? Realistically. But if he knees, and I'm taking this, what's that? Is that 11% I just did? 11% into no Oki, because it's Superman. I'll happily take that. The same can be said if you want to overhead and you're not sure if it's going to hit or not. So you can do, if it gets blocked, like that. Then you're +2. You're not as plus as you were, but you look at the damage. You still get the damage. It's really good. It's really damn good, this move. And obviously with Axe buff, you're going to get even more. 16%. Pretty much an unavoidable situation as well. I don't think you can get any, like, throw source with this. Oh, you can't even do it. But you can. Well, you get the same damage you would get. Well, I suppose this is really niche and probably not worth the full Cameo bar. But you can keep them in the corner after a back throw. I suppose. That's it. Well, I suppose you can do... You can get 15% and keep them in the corner. So there's that. I think that's actually quite cool, actually. I'd do this. Just to keep corner position, maybe if I'm making a comeback. Well, that's really damn strong. But yeah, that's some uses for that move. Yeah, this ambush is really, really nice. It gives you more options than you previously had, and more options are never a bad thing, as you guys know. So yeah, there's that. And then finally, we have Freeze, which is forward Cameo. So, something interesting, which is extremely gimmicky, but I think I should tell you guys. This is 23 frame startup. Shoulder is also 23 frame startup. Meaning, forward 1-2 freeze, jails. As you can see. I'll show you real quick. Jails. Right? They can't armor that. So, why am I telling you this? Because a lot of times, when you do this a lot, people will try and armor this, because that's the only way you can counter this. You can't up block it, you can't punish it, it's gapless, it's like a 1-2 frame gap. So you have to armor this. If the person is going to be very willy-nilly with how they're armoring this and just autopilot, this catches people a lot. A lot more than you'd think. Yes, it's unsafe. But if you've got Breaker here, like, this is actually a thing that I would go for. And you may have seen me go for this before. I do this often with forward 4. Because as you can see, the pushback's a bit weird on that. See that pushback? Yeah, I'm -17 here, but if you're not ready for the punish, which not many people will be, and, you know, if I do, if I get him off of blocking for a second here, at some ranges, this will combo. Which is really nice. It is a gimmick, but it's important to tell you because sometimes it will work, and it does put people off of armoring this gap because it is armorable. And yeah, that is a true block string, like we say. But the main meat and potatoes when it comes to this freeze is the fact that it gives you meatless big boy damage off of any confirm. You can do back 3 into this, you can do back 1 into this. The range, as you can see, is pretty damn generous. It's not max range, but it's pretty good. And look at that, that's ridiculous. Gives you a nice mid confirm, which gets you into buff, and then you guys know the rest. Of course, I'm going to drop the combo because I'm recording for YouTube. That's just normal. Try and do something simple here. There we go. As you can see, the damage speaks for itself. Almost 40 meterless. You don't have to spend bar at all. You can save all your bar for this, for EX Tree Chopper. You can save it for EX Command Grab. Like it's so good for you that you can do this, and it also helps with things like anti-airing as well. So, for example, if Raiden jumps at me here, then I get an AA, close range AA. This does work. If I can get it to connect. There we go, see? It buffs your damage elsewhere as well, and you can also just, at max range, if you land a standing 2, if I can lay it to come out here. Oh, Raiden's jumping, that's a really weird hitbox, isn't it? There you go, see that? So it's really nice for that reason. Honestly, I find Shao's standing 1 a better AA. And you can obviously do that as well. Get buff up, and then just go in, which is really nice. But yeah, it's just an all-round really good move. One thing as well that I think is quite important about it is if you're in Atlas and you get an overhead, obviously in the corner, you're going to do something like this. You know, just... it will do a staple here. Right? But if you're out the corner, you obviously can't do this. It doesn't work. If you try and go for back 3, it doesn't work. So instead, with sub, what you can do is you can do and then get the sub freeze, get your axe back, and then continue the combo that way. Now, as you can see, the cameo is almost back, but what this does is it gives... look where I'm beginning the combo. I'm at round start, right? Round start. I'm now in the corner. You see what I mean? This corner carry is insane on this. Now, of course, the corner carry from the normal combo is also great. But it does... look at the damage it does. Barely any. I think you get like 7 more percent, 8 more percent with the combo I just showed you. And I'm not in the corner. If I do the combo I just explained... oh, well, so it's 1 standing 2, isn't it? My fault. As you can see, it's a bit range dependent. Normally you have to hit a pretty close overhead, and then you have to do a micro dash here. But look, I'm literally in the corner fully. And you can go for what you want. It also works off of that, I've just reminded myself. So if you do this setup here, the armor break setup, you can do down 1 knee, standing 1. As you can see, for an extension of damage, it's very good damage as well off this. Like, look at that damage. Absolutely insane damage. And yeah, obviously, when you're in the corner with the freeze, you also get just mental combos. Get the double back 2 business and just jump 1 2, and then look at the damage. The damage speaks for itself. It's insane. Like, it's insane damage. And look, my cameo's back because the combo took so long, so it's always worth to do this because you're just spending a bar, you're coming off the bar, you're building bar during the combo. It's all in all just fantastic. But yeah, guys, that's going to be everything for sub. I don't think I missed anything out. No, I think I've talked about everything I want to talk about. If you think I missed anything, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I will see you wonderful people in the outro. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you had a blast. I had a blast recording it. Sub is awesome. And since the patch, he's even more awesome than he already was. He's simple, but he's awesome. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you made it to the end, put blue slag in the comment section. So I know that you made it. Don't ask, just do it. But yeah, that being said, I'll see you guys for the next video, which is going to be some sub online matches. And yeah, I look forward to making it. I look forward to seeing you again. So hope you're well. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.